Stampers, and thanks for joining me today. Today's project comes from my demonstrator meeting this week. This is a gorgeous paper flower that I'm going to teach you how to make. It's a Valentine's Day card. This would be beautiful on any project. Let's get started. Okay, for our flower, I've got two 1" by 8.5" strips of very vanilla cardstock. So I'll be taking Stampin' Up's Eyelet border punch, and I always use these upside down, and just punch right along the edge. Line up your last one for a perfect punch. And we'll do this on both strips. Great, so now we have two strips punched with the Eyelet border punch. We'll bring in the Paper Crimper. I love this tool. You're going to squeeze the handle tight. There are arrows already on here, and it points to where to put the paper in between the two rollers. And then just roll away from you, and I'll turn it so you can see what's happening. As it comes out, it's crimping it. It's so awesome. So here's what they'll look like crimped. I'll be taking a sheet of sticky pages from Stampin' Up, the 1 3/8" circle punch. The sticky page has a red protective backing on it. It's clear once the backing's off, and it's also got a paper backing on the back. I found the circle punch does not want to go through the red protective backing, so you can do one of two things. You can punch it with the backing on and then just trim out the circle. It doesn't need to be perfect because you're not going to see it. So what I did was I just squeezed here, so I got my circle shape, and cut it out. The other thing you can do here is remove this red protective backing. You can see I've already made a bunch of these. So it's very sticky here, and then take your hole punch and kind of guide it in and punch it. The only thing with that is that this is very sticky and it gets your hole punch sticky. So I prefer to do this and just trim it out. Again, I'm trimming with both the top and bottom backing still on it. Alright, next I'm going to peel off one side of the backing. Both sides are the same, so it really doesn't matter which side you peel off. It seems like the back part wants to come off easier, so I'll take that off. Then I'm going to take one of the strips and start along the very outside edge. And just fold that around in small folds around the edge, working in a circle. And then once you reach the end here, you can pick up your next piece and just work inside. And just keep going around in that circle. And just work that until you have no more sticky stuff left. Trim off the end. And I'm going to take the matte pack and our paper piercer and just pop a hole. And then I'm going to take one of our Sending Love brads, these just came out from Stampin' Up, and pop that right in the center where we just put the hole, put that right through. Now before I spread the back of the brad, I'm going to want to peel off that last protective backing of the sticky strip. And then spread the back of the brad. And I'm just going to leave this on its back aside for a moment while we put the rest of the card together. Our Happy Valentine's Day stamp comes from a word set that is just awesome. This is the Teeny Tiny Wishes stamp set from Stampin' Up. It's filled with words from all occasions. We'll be using real red. Ink that up and stamp it down. And then we'll take the word window punch. Look at how awesome that is. That fits perfectly right in the word window punch. Pop that out. And then we'll take a scrap of real red and the modern label punch and pop that out. These two punches together are just so much fun. Just look at how cool that looks. This is a really cool sheet of Sending Love designer paper. Look at the sparkles on the back here and the beautiful front. The sheet is 3 3/4 by 5 inches wide. It will be layering on a sheet that is just 1/4 inch bigger all around, so this would be 4 inches wide by 5 1/4. However, instead of layering it like this, I'm going to cut this at 2 1/2 inches. This is just a fun way to add some sparkle to your project. And then when I layer it, we'll put one side this way and one side this way, so we don't have to worry about hiding one side. We can get them both on there. Love that! Next we'll be using some red satin ribbon from Stampin' Up. Just use a little snail to attach that to the front. And we'll attach this panel to the very vanilla base. So we have our card base, and then the final step is just bringing our flower back in. It's already sticky from the sticky strip, and popping that right on top, and oh, isn't that awesome? I just absolutely love, love, love this technique. Thanks so much for joining me today. Be sure to visit my blog for tons more video tutorials and other samples.